Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm gonna talk about the tank and what setups you should get in order to do well with the tank in Hypixel Skyblock. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so the best setup for tank is perfect tier 12 with the Reaper mask and the Reaper scythe. And the reason for this is if I press F1 and you look at my defense down here, I have 1,259 defense and 1,011 health. This is the most effective HP set in the game, so that's why it's good for the tank, because the tank is supposed to absorb damage. Now you might have saw it in my inventory, but the three pets I recommend would be the legendary turtle, the legendary ghoul, and the legendary blue whale. Now starting off, looking at the turtle pet, the turtle tactics give you more defense. The second ability is not really that useful because there is no water from what I can remember, or there's actually some water in dungeons, just not much. Also, the best perk on this is gain immunity to knockback, which is very useful as a tank because you're going to be absorbing all the hits. Moving on to the ghoul pet gives you intelligence and health, and the amplified healing increases all healing by 8.8%. So if you have any of the power orbs down and you're taking damage, you're going to be healing about 20% faster. Now the second ability is not that useful, and the Reaper Soul increases the health and lifespan of the Reaper side zombies by 75%. If you think about it, that's a lot, and to think about it, the zombies mimic your stats, so it's going to be very useful. Moving on to the classic blue whale. The blue whale gives you health. The all potions heal 187.5%. Health is actually pretty useful because there are hidden chests in dungeons that have instant health potions that heal you for a lot. Now the bulk is gain 2.2 defense per 20 max health. If I was to equip this and then look at my health and I was to turn it on right here, I would get an extra 3,000 health, and if I take it off again, I gain an extra about 150 defense. So very useful indeed. Also, another item I want to talk about is the jingle bells. Now, why do you want the jingle bells as a tank? Well, that's because of the ability. Angers all mobs in a 10 block range, consuming 50% of your max mana and causing them to run towards you. Now, why is this good? Because if your team is low and needs to heal up, you can use this for the mobs to anger around you while they heal up, and then they can come back into the fight. So a very useful thing to get. Now for the cheaper setup, unfortunately, it's not that cheap. Perfect armor, a full set of perfect armor, tier 1, anywhere to like tier 1 to tier 8, I would say would do. This is tier 8, and you can see I have 911 health and 1,544 defense, so it is actually pretty good. Now if you can't afford that, I would recommend getting a full set of old armor. The reason for this is the old armor's ability boosts the stats of enchantments, so it would boost the protection and growth enchantment. So if you can afford perfect, then it gets old. Now there are two weapons I recommend, one being the Reaper Falchion and the other being the Revenant Falchion. The reason for this is in dungeons there are a lot of zombie mobs, and I mean a lot of zombie mobs. Now using these two weapons, it will help you because of the deal 200 damage to zombies and receive the 20 less damage from zombies when held. Also, the heal 10 per hit is also pretty good as well. Now looking at the Revenant Falchion, deal 150 damage to zombies, still very good, and I would recommend getting it for the cheaper setup. Now I found about 3 pets that you could use for tank, but there's only one that I would recommend. This being the epic or legendary blue whale, the epic or legendary turtle, or the epic and legendary elephant. Now I would only recommend getting the blue whale and not the turtle or the elephant. If you can get a legendary turtle, then I do recommend it, but I don't recommend getting the epic. And also the elephant pet is pretty cheap, but gain 15 defense for 100 speed and gain 0.8 health for every 10 defense. Not that good. However, if you do equip this pet and you look at my health being 911 and I do equip it, I gain about 1,000 health and some defense. So not that bad, I just don't recommend it. Moving on to the turtle pet. Unless you have the legendary, then the turtle pet's not that good. I mean, the defense is decent, but you want to get that immunity, the knockback, to help you in dungeons. Now the final pet, the classic blue whale. Epic or legendary, completely fine. Great pet. I would recommend using it if I equip it. And you look at my health, once again, being 911 and my defense being 1,544. If I do equip this, I gain 300 health and about 2 or about like 150 defense. It's so good. Get it. Don't get epic turtle. Don't get elephant. If you can afford the legendary, get it. Now for the budget setup. For the budget setup, I would recommend the old dragon armor. I can't unfortunately wear it because the old dragon armor is not in the alpha testing. I don't know why. The weapons I would recommend being the Revenant Falchion or the Raider Axe should do. Both are very good weapons and you should definitely pick them up. Moving on to the pets, I would recommend the epic blue whale or the epic turtle. Now, I know I said the epic turtle is not that good, but for the budget setup, it can actually be pretty decent if you can't afford the blue whale, but the blue whale is just so good. Even without any armor, I still gain 200 health. It's crazy good. I would definitely recommend picking it up in any setup for tank. Now for reforges, I actually think for tank, you should run Titanic, mainly for the reason of the bonus health and defense you get. So definitely recommend Titanic on the armor, but still legendary on any of the weapons. Real quick, I think the skills that you should level up for tank would actually be farming, because with farming you get extra health, and I would also recommend mining because mining gives you defense. Now I would not recommend manually grinding mining. I would just recommend placing down snow minions with diamond spreading and call it a day. Now the final thing I want to say about the tank is because you have the most effective max HP out of any class in dungeons, you should always be the first to enter a new room. Now the reason for this is the mobs in there, even in superior, you can die straight away depending on how many mobs there are. So definitely tank, go in first in new rooms. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that like and subscribe button because it helps me out a lot. Also join my Discord, the link will be in the description. Have an amazing rest of your day. Stay safe, stay inside, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.